Yes.
When Adam commits sin, God takes an animal. He covers him with
the skins.
With the skins.
Mm-hmm.
So
you got it, sis, right after he's done. I know it's like fire shot up in your bone.
Sorry.
Don't forget your question. You good?
Yeah.
You good for her to answer? Okay, go ahead.
Are you asking if the blood itself is the contract or the seal to it?
I'm actually asking. The first question was related to how did they become the saints?
Saints. Mm-hmm.
And to my understanding, the saints become the saints as a result of they were redeemed as a result of the blood that was sacrificial for them.
With
so
Jesus,
it becomes the same thing even in Genesis. Adam is not destroyed because when he committed sin, God covers him with animal skins,
right.
which is significant for
a
blood animal died in its place.
Right.
And they were to repeat this thing when they get to the Levitical law. They continue to repeat this ceremony on and on and on.
Even with Abraham.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Abraham, he puts Abraham to sleep.
In a trance.
Only God goes through this particular
yep.
So what I'm showing, what my point is simply, is the sprinkling of blood, the ceremony you're referring to, becomes a ceremony of covering sin.
No, because there's certain statutes and ways on how to deal with sin offerings, burnt offerings, etc. on that basis, but on the basis of a binding contract of making a covenant, it had different methods on how to do that, right? And this is one of them would be Exodus 24.
That's what it was, Exodus 24?
Right?
Nah.
Exodus 24 and verse 6.
So hold on. So the point is, when we get to Revelation 14 and 12, it says, here's the patience of his saints, right? We went back to Psalms 50 and 5 to prove that the saints are those who made a covenant or a contract with him by sacrifice, right? This is the contract that made these people, right, the Israelites, saints unto the Most High God, right? This is the initiation of the people group being called saints, because all saint mean is dedicated ones, right? Go ahead.
Exodus 24, I'll start at 1. And he said unto Moses, come up unto the Lord, thou and Aaron, Nadab and Abihu, and 70 of the elders of Israel, and worship ye afar off.
Right.
And Moses alone shall come near the Lord, but the other ones, shall not come nigh, neither shall the people go up with him.
Right.
And Moses came and told the people all the words of the Lord and all the judgments, and all the people answered with one voice and said, all the words which the Lord hath said, we will do. And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord, and rose up early in the morning, and builded an altar under the hill, and 12 pillars, according to the 12 tribes of Israel. And he sent young...
This is part of the dedication, of dedicating the 12 tribes, right? Go ahead.
Real quick, I got you, brother, real quick. Look.
Go ahead.
Moses went up, you know what I'm saying? This is what he's doing. And Moses wrote all the words of the Lord, and rose up early in the morning, and building an altar under the hill, and 12 pillars, according to the 12 tribes of Israel. And he sent young men of the children of Israel, which offered burnt offerings and sacrificed peace offerings of oxen unto the Lord. And Moses took half of the blood and put it in basins.
And what?
And put it in basins.
Right.
And half of the blood he sprinkled on the altar. And he took the book of the covenant and read in the audience of the people. And they said, all that the Lord has said, we will do and be obedient. And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people.
On the what?
On the people.
On the what?
On the people. And said, behold, the blood of the covenant which the Lord hath made with you concerning all these words.
So this is the initiation for the people to be called saints, right? This is why we went to Psalms 50 and 5 and showed you that the dedicated ones or the saints is the ones that made a sacrifice with the Lord. The saints are those that did a sacrifice with the Lord, right? He sanctified us in this instance. This is why he set up the 12 pillars, right, to be a symbol that these are my 12 pillars. These are the people that sanctified to me. Sprinkle the blood on them and a blood on the altar to show that this is the binding contract, right? So when we go into
Let me ask a question in that.
okay, we didn't finish Revelation 14 and 12.
Can I
So-
ask a question?
Yes,
Yeah, go-
right,
go-
right. Okay. I wanna finish that out because that's the point of why we talking about saints.
So that's why we
But go
brought
ahead.
out saints.
But go ahead.
Okay, so when you talk about that, so at that point, this is now conversion. Is that what we're saying? This is where they become. I'm just trying to understand. So at that particular ceremony, they are now converted from, I don't know what you want to call it, to now saints.
Well, I wouldn't say a conversion, right? Because converted means that you change it from one thing and going to another, right? So no.
I'll say solidified.
So I would say that, right? They got sealed of being the people of God, right?
From here on out.
Yeah, exactly. Because God said that what? He said that my covenant shall be with you, Abraham, right? And then it will be from your descendants that's under you. And don't worry about Ishmael. I'm gonna give you a son through Sarah, and you gonna call his name Isaac. And my covenant shall be to him. And then he says to Isaac, hey, Isaac, I don't want you to give this covenant. Well, he didn't tell him that, right? But I'm gonna make you not give this covenant to Esau, but you're gonna give this covenant to Jacob, which he told to Rebecca, right? Rachel or Rebecca? Rachel. Rebecca, right? So he told that to Rebecca, right? That your son Jacob will have the covenant. This is why after that we get what? The Lord God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You can even see that in the New Testament. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So we've been solidified, right? We've been solidified, but this right here is the binding contract that he made with us. Because he made a contract with Abraham, he made a contract with Isaac, he made a contract with actual Jacob, and then he made a binding contract with the descendants of Jacob, the Israelites, right?
And so solidifying happens at that point.
Boom.
Is that you're saying when
Boom.
Moses
Yes.
stands, does the ceremony, and he sprinkles the blood.
And
Yes.
now we're bound.
And so now ongoing now, how does people come into this same fold? Are they just automatically born as descendants of?
Yes. So nobody that's outside. Matter of fact, get this for me.
Deuteronomy 28:48.
No, I actually want to go into the New Testament because this is where this type of thinking that we gather in captivity comes to our mind, right? So I want to get this in the New Testament where the Lord, because this is where we get that term of conversion or people not being born into the faith, but they get converted into the faith,
Excellent.
right? Huh?
Excellent.
Go ahead.
That's
Yeah.
what
No, I could use anything in the New Testament. Just get it for me.
God.
Right. Yeah, I'm good with you know what I mean? I'm good with spiritual things, right? All praise to the Most High. Yeah, get that for me, man. Because the thing is, man, what we end up doing, we end up trying to include people that have no inclusion to the situation, right? This is why we went back to show who the saints was and who was dedicated from the beginning, right? And then when we get in the New Testament and we start seeing these conversions and people coming into the faith from different nations and different tongues, right? We want to equate that as any race coming into our situation, right? God never wants these people back into our situation, right? Until we get into the kingdom.
When you come back,
You
I'll
good.
give you one more flight when you're on your way back.
Okay.
See you when you come back, right? So God never introduces anybody else coming into our covenant, right? We're the covenant people. God give them the option to want to serve him, right? But they could never be Israelites. It's a birthright. It's a birth thing. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, y'all ever heard that that the chosen people of God was blacks and Hispanics? Y'all ever heard that? No, huh? You know why we haven't heard that? Because the people that suppress knowledge, right, which is the system, they don't want us to know how powerful we actually are. If we figure out how powerful we are, we will move in a different light, in a different fashion, right? Like people that have their identity. Like look at the people from Arabia, right? They know their culture, and what they do, they come out here and they exuberate who they are, where they come from, right? They keep their language. They wear the whatever you call them thing, hijabs, right? They wear modest clothing, right? And they kind of exuberate their like, you know, their swag, right? So us as a people, if we knew that we came from the 12 tribes of the children of Israel, we would exuberate that swag, right, of the children of Israel.